Hey guys, so today I decided to film a quick little video just clarifying a couple things that have happened over the last 2 weeks that have kind of gotten under my skin and I felt the need to address them. So first and foremost, I am currently on this season of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days with my best friend Stephanie, which a lot of you know her and you only know of me because you know me through her YouTube channel, her Instagram, or her Patreon. So that being said, I would not have traded this experience for the world because I got to be there by my best friend's side supporting her through some of the craziest shit she's ever done. Something that I noticed in the last two episodes between episode 3 and 4 is I have one hardcore resting bitch face. And somebody took the worst screenshot of me and made me into a meme calling me the Walmart Ashley Tisdale. Let me pause to show you. That was my fear, people saying that, because I've been told that since high school, and it's not like it's offensive. She's a pretty girl. I don't think I was ever like a big fan. I think I missed that generation with like watching High School Musical. I never really watched those movies. Anyways, people online can be mean. Somebody commented on Reddit on it and was like, oh, well, this isn't nice. And somebody else was like, oh, we're not all here to be nice. And somebody else was like, yeah, Walmart doesn't deserve that. Thanks. I would find that offensive if I didn't think it was so funny. So that's something I keep reminding myself and Stephanie about this show is this is one of those shows that we used to watch together, and long before it was even a thought in anybody's head to be on it, I know that there was days that I'm shouting out at the TV, she's using you for your money. She's never FaceTime with you. You've never heard her voice. You're being catfished. Like, this is stuff that you yell at the TV. So we know this show is cringeworthy and lovable and hateable and laughable. And we know that at the end of the day, we are the butt of people's jokes. And that is fine. But something needs to be said when there are so many people out there who are making this a witch hunt, or they're like undercover detectives trying to figure out something they don't know. And I'm just like, y'all sound stupid. I'll tell you the truth right here, right now. Everybody seems to think because of my resting bitch face that I have some tea to spill. Here's that tea. I first found out Stephanie was bisexual in high school, and it wasn't like a coming out conversation we had. She had gone to Montreal with one of our other friends and came back and was telling me about, oddly enough, an Australian woman who was in her late 20s, I believe, and some shenanigans that occurred in detail, and I was like, okay, Steph's bisexual. And it wasn't weird to me at all because we went to a magnet art school where a lot of people we went to school with were gay or bisexual, and it wasn't anything to question. It was so normal to all of us just being in an artsy school like that. So when she said that, that was kind of like my first inkling. Okay, Stephanie's bisexual. She told me about a bisexual experience, and there was never really like that conversation at that time. I was just like, well, okay, cool, you're bisexual. I knew Stephanie struggled with telling her mother this because her mother is very conservative, and for all intents and purposes, her mother's called me her 911 because they are very close, but there's been days she can't get a hold of Steph, whether she's filming or doing whatever, and her mom will call me and be like, have you talked to Stephanie? Is she okay? And that was even before Stephanie was diagnosed with her aplastic anemia. Since then, she calls me a lot and she checks up just to see, have you talked to Steph? Where is she? Like, they're very close, but Steph's mom is so conservative about things that Steph never felt it necessary to have that conversation with her mom. And there are so many people that have said, oh, how did your mom not know about this? You post this stuff on your YouTube. You posted a video 3 years ago. First off, that video was not a coming out video. It was talking about a bisexual experience. And they're like, well, how didn't your mom see that? Stephanie has so many videos up on that channel. Her mom barely knows how to upload any of the pictures of the houses she sells as a realtor. online. There's been days when Steph was living out in LA and I went to her mom's house to help her upload photos onto a Facebook page because she had no idea what she was doing. So the fact I even need to state that people would question her sexuality or if it's true or whatever, I can tell you this right now. There have been so many people within the LGBT community who have reached out to her and told her, your story is already inspiring me to do the same. And if that's a crutch for people to hold on to, I think it's wonderful. And I know how proud Stephanie was to be part of the first gay couple on the show and to represent that community. And I think it sucks that so many people need to shit on that and call it fake. You guys have barely scratched the surface with her story, and I only hope you continue to watch and see how everything unfolds. So something else that has gotten so annoying to me, and it makes me so mad, is that there are these people out there saying Stephanie is faking her aplastic anemia. I got the text 3 years ago when she was told she needed to go to the hospital immediately because her blood cell counts were so low. And the day before, I got the text message of this giant bruise on her leg, and I told her, and her mother told her, you need to go have your blood tested. And she went to the doctor and then got that call. And that was one of the most terrifying moments of my life because I didn't know what was going on. And for people to say she's faking this, her illness, something that she struggles with on a daily basis, something that is life-threatening. We're dealing with all of this coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever the hell you want to call it. And she's literally in a quarantine lockdown and can't leave the house because if she were to get sick, this would fucking kill her. This would kill her. And that scares the shit out of me. And if I got sick, yeah, I'd have to deal with it and that sucks. And I'm concerned about financial repercussions. But at the end of the day, there are people out there who are immune compromised that need to be looked after. And in the wake of all this, there are people out there saying that this is fake. The first time I saw her after her diagnosis was that September, right around her birthday. We met up for lunch and she had to wear a face mask out in public. She wasn't allowed to be out without it on. I couldn't hug her. I had to give her an air high five goodbye after lunch. We had both been through so much shit at this point, and as she's in the hospital dealing with her stuff, she's there supporting me dealing with my stuff, and vice versa. To be there for one another and to deal with something like that. I've never in my life been so dumbfounded over the audacity people have to downplay something like her illness or her sexuality. It makes me mad, and I'm already super defensive as her best friend, and I'm fiercely defensive of the people I love in my life. Stephanie is not just my best friend, she is family to me. I would do anything for that girl. Sure, people are going to continue the comments, oh, maybe Heather's in love with her. Think what you want, they're your opinions. You are 100% entitled to them, but I will say that I am happy to have been by her side, and you know what? I'm happy she's done what she's done because she is sharing a story that is otherwise hard to tell. And I only hope that the crew for 90 Day Fiance continues to give her story some justice. And I really hope that everybody continues to follow along with that story. Stephanie is quirky and funny and bubbly, and people say she has an annoying voice, but that's just her voice, and I don't find it annoying, and I find a lot of things annoying. I do not find her voice annoying. I only hope that moving forward with the rest of her story that justice is done in the editing for it, and that you guys really get to see who she is and how everything unfolds, because it's also super exciting. And in the meantime, while I'm reminding us we have to laugh at ourselves with what people say, I also want to tell people, be a little more mindful when you're watching some of these people, because these are their actual lives. You don't go onto a reality show and not promote yourself. You're literally putting your entire life out there when you're filming. So, people want to say she only did this for the exposure. Stephanie was doing very well before this exposure. Very well. So you don't go onto a show without expecting some extra exposure. That's just a plus. That's an added bonus. I know how proud Stephanie is to be on this show and doing what she did. And I know that sometimes we're the butt of some jokes, and that's okay. But when you're aggressively trying to hunt down and find out the truth about somebody's sexuality and illness, they're already putting themselves out there. I hope you dig and I hope you find what you're looking for, because I promise you, you're wasting your time. I've been very frustrated because, yeah, people say some mean shit. And yeah, we all have to learn to laugh at ourselves a bit, especially with some of the big shit we're dealing with, sitting home and trying to distance ourselves socially from people. Like, things are a little crazy right now, and we're expecting people to more so turn to watch these episodes and this show and different shows and what have you. But just be mindful when you watch these shows. So in concluding this, there's something that I can say is that me and Sanders Kennedy, who everybody was very surprised to see on this show, who has been friends with Stephanie since, I want to say, 2013. I met him shortly after. He is just a wonderful, loving human being who was nothing but supportive through this. And also being a member of the LGBT community was a huge support. And Stephanie really needed that when all this was going on, because as much as, yes, it was in front of cameras, it was her real life happening. I'm really excited to see where the rest of this season goes. Some of these other couples, I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. And I'm also very excited because I only got to talk to Steph limited when she was in Australia. So I'm just going to leave off with Stephanie has already owned everything she's done. You want to talk about her nudes or this or that? The fact her body's been through all the shit it's been through and she can still take those photos and look damn good doing it and own it, I support her 100%. And if you're trying to figure out anything else about her and you're trying to look for something that's not already out there, you're not going to find it. The truth always comes out, and the truth is out there, and you're all just trying to make something out of nothing. So I wish you good luck, and I hope that in these uncertain times you are staying healthy and happy and trying to stimulate yourselves creatively or have some much needed downtime if you're overworked. I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will leave my Instagram information in the description section, and you can message me there, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But just so you know, stupid questions get stupid answers. That's all I got for you guys. So stay safe, stay healthy, take care of one another, be patient. We'll all get through this. Bye, guys.